Hey guys, welcome back to Down the Stretch. Before I start this, I want to give condolences to the family of the late Don Webby Jr., who passed away 12 days after his 62nd birthday. Saturday, 26th of July, races honored his father, Don Webby Sr. They had two sections of the Don Webby Sr. Memorial Cup. So condolences goes out to the family of the late Don Webby Jr. Okay, the first race. I selected 5 horses in this race. They were the 5 Time Bomb, the 7 Queen's Anne, the 9 Raw Liquid, the 11 Silver Fox, and the 13 Galway Bay. Silver Fox won. Queen's Anne was 3rd, and the Galway Bay finished 4th. I missed the second horse there. But if you guys had that second horse, you'd have a superfecta that paid over $8,000. Let's watch the replay.
Nothing But Trouble is in. Field in line, and they're off for the first. Queen's Anne gets a good start in the center, being pushed early by Radesh. Nothing But Trouble is also showing some speed. Silver Fox racing more toward us. Right against the stand fence. That looks to be Galway Bay also running quickly, but Silver Fox may just have that lead. Nothing But Trouble in hot pursuit along with Galway Bay in the blue and black nearest to us. It is Silver Fox, worried now by Nothing But Trouble. A Galway Bay racing near to us. Queen's Anne now stoked up and asked to get going, but Silver Fox continues to lead from Nothing But Trouble. Here now is Galway Bay kicking in on the outside. Silver Fox under pressure. Nothing But Trouble coming late, but too late. Silver Fox beats Nothing But Trouble. Then Queen's Anne, Galway Bay.
The second race, selected 4 horses, the 1 Basilicus, the 3 Phoenix Risen, the 4 Princess Aquila, and the 7 Russia the Warrior. Basilicus won. Russia the Warrior was 2nd. Princess Aquila finished 4th. Let's watch the replay.
5 furlong straight. Start already. They're off. Rosa the Warrior breaks near to us and begins to tack right against the stand fence. Princess Aquila in the center in the white headgear also took off quickly as Rosa the Warrior looks to lead that field. Phenomenal One is chasing. Phoenix Arisen is also in a handy position. On the far side, Basilicus is showing some good early dash as they sort themselves out coming toward the final quarter. Rosa the Warrior and Phoenix Risen near the stands. Basilicus in the center. These are the 3 main contenders as they dash now, flashing past the quarter pole. Rosa the Warrior getting cracks of that stick. Phoenix Risen continues to press home an attack on the far side. That is Basilicus, and Basilicus may just have the overall lead on the run toward the final furlong. Rosa the Warrior continues the chase along with Phoenix Risen, but it is Basilicus out in front with a 3-length advantage. They head inside the final 16th. It's Basilicus and Wesley Callaloo Henry. They're out for an afternoon stroll and will capture the second by maybe 4 lengths. Basilicus wins easily in the end over Rosa the Warrior. Duke of Springs comes dashing on to grab 3rd from Princess Aquila in 4th.
Third race, selected 5 horses there. There were the 4 Spitz and Can, the 7 Security Code, the 8 Coalition, the 10 Handyman, and the 11 Xylophonic Steel.
Field in line. They're off. Xylophonic Steel gets a good start. Uncle Sil didn't. Handyman in the orange races in the center. Coalition not too far off the fractions as they sort themselves out. Xylophonic Steel, Handyman, and Coalition drifting toward the center of the track. Uncle Sil is getting the stick already right under the stand fence, accompanied by Security Code and Spitz and Khan. Beautiful Moon is running in between horses as they race away now inside the last quarter. Xylophonic Steel drifting to the far side holds the advantage. Handyman in pursuit. Here is Steen in the blue cap now asked to close up. On the far side, Coalition needing to make ground. Beautiful Moon now asked to blossom, but it is out in front. Xylophonic Steel now being worried by Steen coming with a charge. Xylophonic Steel by a length and a half. Steen continues to press home the attack. Watch Beautiful Moon nearest to us. It's Xylophonic Steel on the far side. Beautiful Moon nearest to us. Security Code flying late, but Xylophonic Steel wins it over Beautiful Moon. Security Code close between Handyman and Steen.
4th race was the feature race, the She's a Maneater Trophy. I selected 3 horses there. There are the 2 Desert of Malibu, the 5 funcaandun, and the 6 Tizstock. Although a small field of 6, it came down to a very exciting finish between the Horse of the Year, Funcaandun, and the Sprint Champion, Desert of Malibu, with Funcaandun nosing out Desert of Malibu, who could have won if she didn't change her lead leg multiple times in the stretch, but she was chasing Funcaandun's stablemate, California Crown, in the early stages, so she came under pressure late. Let's watch the replay.
They're off for the She's a Maneater trophy. Is that a fact? Mamma Mia, they step out last. Funcaandun got a good start with Tistock on the outside. California Crown is showing good dash, and California Crown leaves the 7 with a 1.5 length advantage. It's held over a Desert of Malibu as they run toward the 6. Mamma Mia has made ground and now moves down into third. Funcaandun racing in between horses. Tistock toward the outside, and Is That a Fact? Hopeless at the back, a long way last. They're racing up toward the final 5/8, and California Crown strides out with a 5 or 6 length lead. It's held over Desert of Malibu going in chase. 2 lengths back to Mamma Mia. Funcaandun in between horses. Tistock racing out 3 wide, and Is That a Fact? Yet to recover. A half a mile to run. Into the turn they go. Can they catch this California Crown? Fleet-footed and leading by 4 lengths. Desert of Malibu now sent in chase. Funcaandun wound up by Robert Halladine. On the outside, that's a Tistock in the red and many colors. Mamma Mia has faded back badly. Is That a Fact? Forget that one. As they come charging past the 5/16th, about to come into the top of the lane. And Desert of Malibu has now snatched that lead. Trying to cut into that lead. Desert of Malibu out in front. Here is Funcaandun now beginning to close. Desert of Malibu driven to the boards. Funcaandun diving. It's close. Close between Funcaandun, Desert of Malibu. Then Is That a Fact? And Tistock back in fourth.
The 5th race, I selected 5 horses for this race. The 1, Radam, the 5, Lord Caesar, the 6, Cleopatra Queen, the 7, Alkebulan, and the 10, Military Light. Also came down to a very exciting finish there. The horse who I wanted to win was Military Light, because I thought the race would set up perfect for him with the speed that would be in it from Alkebulan and company. But Radam got first run on him and held on by a nose. A very exciting finish.
They're off. First start, Money Must misses it with Dream to Reality. Kensia takes off. Alkebulan pulling alongside. Radam racing right in the slipstream as they're approaching the half mile and about to go into that turn. Military Light has moved down into 4th spot. Dream to Reality on the outside racing in 5th. Gelroy is in 6th. Cleopatra Queen races in 7th in behind them. Lord Caesar racing on the outside of Fort Haldane. A Lucky Papa races next, and a Money Must at the back of the field. They're all strung out as they're coming thundering into the top of the lane. Alkebulan in front of Kensia. Radam now asked to reel them in, but it's Alkebulan drifting down to the rail. Here is a Radam now coming with a burst of energy on the outside. Alkebulan grabbed by Radam, who slips to the front on the run toward the furlong pole. It is Radam out in front, racing out wide. Military Light asked to shine, but Radam down against the rail with that lead. Inside the final 16th, it is Radam. Military Light now coming with a burst on the outside. Radam hanging on. Military Light closing. It's tight between Radam and Military Light.
The 6th race, what sent both my pick 6 down the drain, because I banked Justin Biden on both my pick 6s here. But my selection in this race was the 1, Undisclosed Location, the 2, Catawba, the 4, Justin Biden, and the 5, Whiskey. I really thought that Catawba and Undisclosed Location was going to really go at it early. Wasn't expected Whiskey to make the run in, but that's racing. Let's watch the replay.
They're off. Social Mischief just misses it with Diamond Rock and Big Argument. Whiskey flashes to an early lead as they dash past the 5. Undisclosed Location and Catawba race next toward the outside Prince Marshall. Fearless Attack overtaken by Bugatti. Justin Biden races with Big Argument right alongside. Then Social Mischief, and a long way last it's a Diamond Rock as they have left the half mile and arrive at the 7:16. To Whiskey out in front charts the course by some 4 lengths. Undisclosed Location, Catawba and Prince Marshall in a tight grouping in behind them. Bugatti and Big Argument race up next. Justin Biden just in front of Fearless Attack. Social Mischief races next, and a Diamond Rock is at the back of the field as they're turning for home at the top of the lane. Can they catch Whiskey? Whiskey out in front, undisclosed location, the closest pursuer. Justin Biden runs down against the rail. Bugatti is racing out wide of Catawba, but it is Whiskey on that lead inside the final furlong. Justin Biden trying to whittle away at the lead, but Whiskey continues to hold the advantage. It's Whiskey out in front under Demar Williams. They're not going to catch Whiskey. Whiskey is going to win it under the right-hand stick. They win by 4 lengths. Justin Biden second, Fearless Attack third, undisclosed location fourth.
The 7th race selected 4 horses. The 7, Come Home to Me. The 8, Galloping Devalos. The 10, Firecracker. And the 11, A Breath of Fresh Air. It came down to how I suspected. I thought Come Home to Me, although definitely the class horse of the race, but going shorter than a trip that she preferred, and coming off of that race, I figured she might come up short. And with the Maestro sending only 1 horse out on a 10 race card, and the horse was a fit horse, I kind of figured that if Come Home to Me was beaten, it would be Firecracker. Now let's revisit that race. It's also a very exciting finish.
They're off. Firecracker, Uncle Peck, a step slowly out. A battle going on up front as they flash past the 5. A Breath of Fresh Air gets that lead narrowly from Tornado Steel. Come Home to Me slotted in between them. A Cherry Blossom races next ahead of a Blood Moon, Gallopin Veloz, and Firecracker asked to make progress with Design Diva as they arrive at the half mile and leave the 7/16 now in behind them. Toward the back of the field, that's First Offense and Uncle Peck glued together. Last of all, Princess Catalia as they come flashing past the 5/16. Tornado Steel just the leader, hugging the rail as they come turning for home. A Breath of Fresh Air in between horses. Firecracker asks to explode on the outside, but they charge down the lane toward the final 3/16. It is Firecracker with that lead. A Breath of Fresh Air is running strong in between horses. Tornado Steel beginning to tie up on the rail, and Come Home to Me now begins to fly in between horses as they leave the furlong pole, but Firecracker continues to fend them off. Come Home to Me coming with a strong charge inside the final 16th. It is Firecracker holding on to the advantage from Come Home to Me. That's the way they'll finish. Firecracker beats Come Home to Me. Then A Breath of Fresh Air.
8th race, to me, was the easiest race of the day, but it was an eventful race. I selected 2 horses, the 5 Supremacy and the 6 Prince Aman. For my trifecta, I said it was going to be between Huntsman and James. But shortly after the start, Supremacy came in, took the grounds of Huntsman and James, and number came down. We're going to look at that incident after the replay. Now let's revisit the 8th race.
Starter holding them. Now they're off. Fair start. Prince Aman comes away running, grabs an early lead as they head away now toward the 5 furlong point. Supremacy in close contention. Antarctica racing on the outside. Huntsman is pulled right back over.
So we're going to watch a slow-mo here. As you can see, Roman is hustling up Supremacy. He's trying to jockey for position early. What I think he shouldn't have done was tap the horse on his shoulder twice. Because when you tap a horse on his shoulder, the horse is going to dart into the opposite direction. And you're seeing Roman here hustling up. But there he flashes the whip in front of him. And then you're going to see him tap him here on the shoulder, the right shoulder. So he starts to go in. He's going to make it a little tight for James right there. And then he's going to tap him one more time, which is going to cause him to go further in, interfering with James and then interfering with Huntsman badly. So his number should come down. But I thought that tap on the 2 taps on the shoulder was unnecessary, because even though he went over to the rail, he didn't secure it off the turn. He still came off the rail in the turn. So the class horse could have definitely sit off the rail and still probably win. So but watch out for Huntsman next time. After that hindrance, he ran a big race to run 3rd. So definitely keep an eye out for this Huntsman next time at the track. And James probably, if he goes back to 1.5 million claimer.
Taken by John Crojeff. California Gold and James race up next. Huntsman now recovering. Just in behind those, just about 2 lengths back, that's a Great Wayne as they've left the half-mile marker. And last of all, it's a Cosmic Force as Prince Aman dictates terms. Chased by Antarctica. Supremacy needs to find 5 to get to the leader as they go slipping past the 3. Huntsman now asked to make progress. California Gold on the inside. John Crojeff and James race next as they charge away now toward the top of the lane. Great Wayne second from the back of the field, and Cosmic Force left last as they're into the lane. Prince Aman, just the leader. Here is Supremacy, the favorite, now launched on the outside. Prince Aman giving way narrowly. Supremacy now takes that lead. It is Supremacy and Prince Aman in a battle inside the final furlong. Supremacy trying to pull away from a game. Prince Aman, Huntsman, asked to come on, but it is Supremacy inside the final 16th. Supremacy is all over them with Radish Roman. He'll have his second win on the card. Supremacy by 5 or more from Prince Aman. Then Huntsman James, California Gold.
The 9th race selected 4 horses here. There were the 1, Teflon Don, the 2, Lion Charmer, the 4, Cookie Day and Night, and the 6, Captain Calico. And my horse to squeeze in the exotics was Mr. Senator.
Starter holding them. They're off. Super Alex, Allegiance, they come away at the back of the field. Cookie Day and Night, Teflon Don, battle for it, and now Teflon Don goes on and quickly opens up 3 or 4 lengths. Cookie Day and Night settle back in second, they lead the 5. Empress Lynx is running in third. Mr. Senator and Power Races a team, Allegiance toward the back. Super Alex moving down against the rail, and Lion Charmer trails the field. They've left the half mile. They run toward the 7/16th, and Teflon Don attempts to steal the show, leading up by some maybe 7 lengths. Cookie Day and Night and Empress Lynx chasing. Mr. Senator now let loose on the outside. They leave the 3. Allegiance and Super Alex run just in front of Power, and Lion Charmer remains last. They've left the 5/16th behind them. Coming into the lane, and it is a Teflon Don in control at the moment at the top of it. Less than a quarter of a mile to run. And Teflon Don and Rayon Lewis hold the advantage inside now. The final 3/16th, they run to the furlong pole. Teflon Don continues to keep them at bay. Mr. Senator and Cookie Day and Night now asked to close up. Teflon Don holding on to a 4-length lead inside the final 16th. It remains Teflon Don. Here is Cookie Day and Night and Mr. Senator. Teflon Don just stepping off a bit, will win it by 2 lengths over Cookie Day and Night. Then Mr. Senator, Allegiance, and Super Alex.
And the 10th and final, I thought this was going to be a tricky race, so I boiled it down to 5. There were the 3, Kusmi, the 10, Joyful Surprise, the 11, Legal Fight, the 13, Pretty Sassy, and the 14, Earmark Blitz. But at the end, the favorite made all the running to dominate. That was the 13, Pretty Sassy.
Chief in Command is a scratch at the gate, as they're often racing. Total Velocity has gotten rid of the rider as Modern Monarch races toward the back of the field. They make their way now toward the half mile, about to go into that club turn. And out in front, Pretty Sassy has taken charge on that lead. The Manipulator and Sparkling Fire in chase. A Money Mission races next ahead of Slam Sharp. Legal Fight toward the outside. Joyful Surprise is there. You're My Sweetie races next with Earmark Blitz. A break back to Runaway Bay. A huge gap to Kuzmi. And at the back of the field, it's a Modern Monarch as they come turning for home at the top of the lane. Pretty Sassy stepping off the rail with a good-looking advantage. Sparkling Fire is the one left against the fence. In behind them, the Manipulator. Slam Sharp also trying to close up, but it is Pretty Sassy out in front on the run to the furlong pole. Sparkling Fire left back on the rail. Slam Sharp racing in the center. Pretty Sassy getting cracks of the stick, trying to hold off now Sparkling Fire. Here comes Slam Sharp now with a kick, but it is Pretty Sassy out in front. They drive toward the line. They won't catch Pretty Sassy yet. Slam Sharp trying to do it, but Pretty Sassy wins it from Slam Sharp. Then Sparkling Fire and Legal Fight in the photograph. Could be.
Okay guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, stay safe.